Hello and welcome to Tech 18. I am Mohammed Adnan, and in this video we are going to discuss about the end-to-end solutions for incremental refresh. So there are a lot of questions available for incremental refresh, whether it is Power BI dataset, data flow. Data mart is pretty new, so I'm not going to cover that because this is still in preview. So once it is GA, then I will try to make a video on that as well. Because incremental refresh is the main thing nowadays is because we are getting a lots of data day by day, whether it's an IoT devices or it's a daily transaction data. So we need to capture that, but we can't able to refresh that on every single day, like 10 GB of data. So that's a huge volume of data which we are going to transfer from the server to the Power BI service. Whether it's the cost will have an impact on the resources, also it will have an impact on the internet usage. So to avoid that, Microsoft has launched a beautiful feature about incremental refresh. So this is already there since the beginning of Power BI dataset and data flow, but there are a lot of questions available, like open questions with the users while they're actually working on that. So I have taken a kind of like 12 questions on this to cover almost most of the topic. I believe that it has covered entirely things, whatever we need for incremental refresh. So we are going to cover in this course one by one about this topic. And it's a kind of quiz itself, so it will be fine helpful for you as well, so that you can also check your knowledge as we go progress one by one. So let's move on. The first thing is the agenda. What we are going to cover today is basically incremental refresh in Fabric and Power BI, right? So first question is like, what will happen before the start date in the incremental policy? And we are going to cover one by one questions here. I will just go through the agenda in the question itself. So what will happen to the old data? The dates passes by. After full refresh, if we add the data before the set date, then what will happen to that? What will happen if we change the duration of the setting after a few days? The incremental policy, if we change the policy. So will this load the additional data date like beyond future date of the configured one? What will happen if we add the additional column to the data source table? So if you edit the existing data flow or data set with incremental refresh, what will happen to the data? How to refresh a single partition inside the data flow or data set? How to add additional column with existing partitions? How to add additional partitions if required? How to delete existing partitions? And what is hybrid tables inside to this one? So I hope this covers almost every topic of incremental refresh which we need in current situations. If something is come in future, then I will try to add those slides as well.